Good day. So this is a continuation of our lecture on differential equation. So our topic now is about applications of first order differential equations. So puro mga word problem to and solvable using differential equations. Okay, so first problem is about growth and decay problems or the Malthusian or exponential law of growth and decay. So let's say let n of p denote the amount of substance or population that is either growing or decaying. So d sub n over d sub t is equal to kn. So ibig sabihin, yung rate of change ng n with respect to time is proportional to n. So, pwede natin itong i-transpose and this part ay magiging linear equation na, no? So differential linear equation. And then, so K is constant of proportionality, N is the original amount, and D sub dN over dt is the time rate of change of the amount of substance. So, yung equation kanina is both linear and separable. So, kung separable siya, pwede nating i-integrate siya and then we will have ln of n is equal to kt plus c. And then, pwede tayong multiply ng e or gamitan natin ng Euler's number sa both side. And then, itong part na to, paano naging ganito? So, since plus to, so magiging e raised to kt times e raised to c. And e raised to c is c pa din yan. So kaya e raised to kt times c, so maging c e raised to kt. So ganun po nangyari yan. And then, ito naman, since matatanggal lang to, so bakit nagkaroon ng t dito? So ito, ibig sabihin lang nito, the amount n with respect to time t. So, itong t na to, hindi yan naka-multiply, hindi yan n times t, no? So, n of t yan. So, similar yan sa, para sinabi nating f of x, g of x, so ganun siya, okay? So, ganito yung exponential growth and decay, okay? So, makikita natin yung graph niyan, rapidly increasing or decreasing with respect to x. So let's try to solve this problem. So we have a bacteria culture is known to grow at a rate proportional to the amount present. After 1 hour, so 1,000 strands of the bacteria are observed in the culture. And after 4 hours, 3,000 na siya. Strands. So find the approximate number of strands of the bacteria originally in the culture. So ngayon, alam natin na after 1 hour, 1,000 strands na yung bacteria. And after 3 hours, 3,000 strands na, no? So, hindi natin ito pwedeng basta gamitan ng ratio and proportion kasi nga, exponential growth and decay ito. Hindi siya linear. So, to solve that, so gagamitin natin tong formula na to. Okay? So, yung formula na yan. So, paano gagawin natin? So, first, ang hinahanap is n at time 0 is equal to, so hindi natin alam. And then, n at time 1, so ano yung amount at time 1? So, 1,000. And then, n at time 4, so kasi after 3 hours, bakit 4? Sorry, after 4 hours pala, sorry. After 4 hours, 3,000 na. Okay? So, ito, ang gagamitin natin base equation is n of p is equal to c e raised to kt. So, dito hanapin natin yung c tsaka yung k. So, paano natin mahanap yon? So, using this given, so, gagawin natin So sabi, ang N of T natin is 1,000. CE, ang K missing, ang T natin, time natin is time 1. So, K. And then, similar, gamitin natin to, ipa-plug in natin tong given na to. N of T is 3,000. CE, ang KT natin, ang time natin is 4. Kaya 4K na yan. Okay? So, pwede nating masolve si C kung i-rearrange natin itong equation. Alam mo, ito, i-rearrange natin. C is equal to 1,000 over e raised to k. Ito naman, magiging C is equal to 3,000 e raised to 4k. And then, equate lang natin itong dalawang to. No? So, kaya 1,000. So, parang dito kayo malito. C is equal to C. So, 1,000 yung isang C over dito ko lang isulat para marami natin tayong space. So, 1,000 over e raised to k is equal to 3,000 e raised to 4k. And then, i-cross multiply lang natin e raised to 4k over e raised to k is equal to 3,000 over 1,000. In which, pwede natin yang i-simplify, magiging e raised to 3k na lang to. Ito magiging 3. And then, solving for k, so pwede nyo siyang i-shift solve or kung gusto nyo, gamitan natin ng log, no? Ng ln. So, ln of e raised to 3k is equal to ln of 3. So, i-ln natin both side. And then, pag nag-ln tayo, so itong ln of e na to, mawawala, bababa yung 3k is equal to ln of 3. Therefore, magiging k is equal to ln of 3 over 3. Pag kinuha natin yung value ng k, so it will be, titin ko lang. So the answer is 0.36262040400962. So meron na tayong value ng k. So next is to get the value of c. So paano natin makuha yung value ng c? Maalin dito sa dalawang equation na to. I-plug in lang natin si k. So gamitin ko lang yung unang equation. So c is equal to 1,000 over e raised to k. Okay, so papalitan natin. C is equal to 1,000 over e raised to 0.366,204,0962. Okay? So makuha na natin yung value ng C. So ang value ng C natin is 693.3612744. Okay? So, pag nakuha natin yan, isa-substitute natin pabalik dun sa ating original equation. So, sabi, n of t is equal to, sabi di ba ito, n of t is equal to c e raised to kt. So, i-plug in natin dito, ang c natin 693.3612744 e raised to, ang k natin is nakuha natin kanina 0.36620400962 and then t. Okay? So, balikan natin ang problem. So, sa problem, we were asked to approximate number of strands of the bacteria originally at the culture. So, pag sinabi natin originally at time 0, okay? So, what is n at time 0? So, gagawin lang natin, isa-substitute lang natin si 0 dun sa t. So, ibig sabihin kasi na 0, so time 0. So, sa umpisa. Yeah. Okay? And solving this, magkakaroon tayo ng e raised to 0 dyan. So, ang e raised to 0 is 1. So, ang answer natin is 693.3612744. Okay? So, but this is not the final answer kasi wala naman tayong bacteriang 0.36. So, i-round na lang natin approximately 694 strands. Okay? So, that's the final answer. So, next. So, radium has a half-life of 1,620 years. Find the time period which a given amount of this material is reduced by 1/4. Okay. So, pag sinabi nating half-life, okay, ibig sabihin, yung original amount niya is nangangalahati. Let's say meron kang 100 grams ng radium. After 1,620 years, ang half-life na niya, yun yung half-life niya, after 1,620 years, 50 grams lang yan. And then after another 1,620 years, 25 grams na lang to. And then another 1,620 years, 12.5 grams na lang yan. So, nag-half-life siya. So, ganun yung half-life. Okay? So, paano natin ito isosolve? So, lagyan natin ng para mas madali, lagyan natin ng timeline. So, amount versus time. Okay? So, at time 0, so hindi kasi sinabi dito yung amount niya, original. Sabihin na natin 1 na lang. No? So, mag-half-life siya after 1,620 years, 0.5 na lang yung amount niya. And then, after another 1,620 years, which is 3,240, 0.25 na lang siya. Okay? Pero ang tanong sa atin, find the time period at a given amount of this material is reduced by 1/4. Ibig sabihin, nabawasan ng 1/4. So, ibig sabihin, around 0.75 yung amount na material. So, ano kayang time to? So, again, hindi natin to pwedeng gamitan ng ratio and proportion kasi nga, exponential to, hindi naman to linear equation. Okay? So, hahanapin natin yung amount na 0.75 at time t. Okay? So, using the given, sabi, 10 at 0, at time 0, nilagay natin na 1. And then, at time 1,620 years, 0.5 na lang siya. Okay? So, kung gagamitin natin yung equation na, yung ating equation na n sub t, n of t is equal to c e raised to kt. Okay? So, pwede nating i-substitute to, no? So, halimbawa ito, 1, yung amount niya, original amount, c e raised to k, ang time natin is time 0. And then, ito naman, 0.5 siya, c e k, ang time natin dito is 1,620. Okay? So, pwede nating mahanap. So, kahit dito pa lang sa umpisa, pwede nating mahanap yung, tawag dito, may obstruction ako. Okay? So, dito, pwede nating mahanap na C is equal to, so pag kinumpute natin yan, C is equal to 1. Okay? So, dito kasi, hindi natin mahanap agad kasi meron tayong dalawang missing. Pero dito, dahil 0 to, nahanap na agad natin na C is equal to 1. Therefore, if C is equal to 1, so pwede na nating i-substitute dito. 0.5 is equal to C. Ang C natin is 1. E raised to K raised to 1,620. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng 0.5 is equal to E raised to 1,620K. And then, gamitan lang natin ng ln for both side. 20K. So, magiging ln of 0.5 is equal to 1,620K. And then, pag hinanap natin yung value ng K, ito yung equal sa ln of 0.5 over 1,620. So, which is equal to, so, compute natin. So, K, oops. Okay, is equal to negative 0.000042786863. Okay? So, pwedeng mag-negative ang value ng K. So, ibig sabihin kasi ng positive value of K, growth yon. Pag negative value of K, decay naman yun. Okay? So, pagka pinlog in natin sa equation, n of t is equal to c e raised to kt. So, magiging n of t. So, is equal to, ang c natin is 1. E raised to negative 0.00427868663 t. Okay? So, ang hinahanap, ano yung time natin kapag ka-reduce ba siya by 1/4 or pag 0.75 na lang yung nare-remain sa kanya. So, hahanapin. Huwag ko na isulat yung 1. So, hahanapin lang natin tong value ng P, no? Which can be solved using shift solve. Okay? So, ang answer natin dito is 672.3607488 years. Okay? So, after 672 years, yung original amount natin na tag dito na 1 ay magiging 0.75 na lang, no? Okay? So, yan yung exponential growth and decay. So, next. Okay, dalawa lang palang problem. Next is temperature problems naman tayo. Okay? So, Newton's law of cooling and heating states that the time rate of change of the temperature of the body is proportional to the temperature difference between the body and its surrounding medium. So, dito nagmula yung equation na yan, hindi ko na-explain. So, for this kind of problem, ito na yung gagamitin nating equation, no? So, where T is the temperature of the body, T sub M is temperature of the medium, T sub O is the original temperature or the starting temperature, K is proportionality constant or constant of proportionality, and then itong time na to is the initial time and then yung time na pinapahanap. Okay, let's say a cup of coffee initially at 95 degrees Celsius cools to 80 degrees Celsius in 5 minutes while sitting in a room of temperature 21 degrees Celsius. Determine the time of the coffee to be a nice 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, so kung lagyan natin yan ng timetable, temperature, ito yung time. So initially, so 95 degrees Celsius yung kanyang temperature at time 0. And then after 5 minutes, naging 80 na lang. And then, ang tanong, determine the time. So, missing tong time na to. At hinahanap yung 50 degrees Celsius. So, yung temperature ng surrounding air natin or nung room is 21 degrees Celsius. So, hanapin natin yung time t. So, paano gagawin natin? So, isulat muna natin yung mga given. T sub m, temperature of the medium is 21 degrees Celsius, yung temperature ng room. Initial temperature ng coffee natin is 95 degrees Celsius. Time niya after 5 minutes is 80 degrees Celsius. While yung time niya, no, at a certain time, no, at a certain period is 50 degrees Celsius. So, missing tong T na to. Okay? So, ang equation natin is T. So, or T of T, temperature at time T, is equal to T sub M plus T sub O minus T sub M e raised to negative KT. Or yung T natin, pwedeng T time final minus time initial. Okay? So, gamitin muna natin tong tatlong to, no? Kasi wala namang missing data. Unlike kung itong gagamitin natin, may missing data tayo. So, okay. So, ito gamitin natin. So, at 5 minutes na time period, 80 degrees yung kanyang, 80 degrees Celsius siya, is equal to temperature ng surrounding medium plus initial temperature niya minus temperature ng surrounding medium, negative e raised to, wala tayong k, so hahanapin natin yun, negative k. So, final time natin, after 5 minutes, 80 degrees siya. So, 5 minutes minus 0. Okay? So, hanapin natin yung k. So, pwede naman itong i-shift solve na lang, no? So, pero wag tayong umasa masyado sa shift solve. So, anong makukuha natin k dito is 0.045305552986. Okay, so meron na tayong k. So, pwede na natin mahanap tong temperature at time t. So, hanapin natin yung time t. Okay? So, temperature niya at time t, so 50 degrees Celsius siya. 21 pa rin ang simula, 95 yung initial, 21 pa rin yung surrounding medium, e raised to negative 0.045305552986 times time minus 0. So, hanapin natin yung t. So, the answer is, so time t natin is equal to 20.67670,914 minutes. Okay? So again, dun sa ating temperature versus time. So initially, 95 siya at time 0. And then after 5 minutes, so siya ay naging 80 na lang. So para maging 50 degrees Celsius siya, so kailangan natin ng 20.7670914 minutes. Okay? So, yun. Next. The rate at which a body cools is proportional to the difference in temperature between the body and the surrounding air. So, if a body in air at 0 degrees Celsius will cool from 200 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius in 40 minutes, how many more minutes will it take the body to cool from 100 to 50 degrees Celsius? What will be the temperature after another 20 minutes? Okay? So, tingnan natin. So, ano ang temperature ng medium base sa problem? 0 degrees Celsius. Next. Initial temperature ng body is 200. And then after 40 minutes, 100 na lang siya. So, times 0, 200 degrees Celsius siya. temperature niya after 40 minutes is equal to 100. Okay? So then, how many more minutes will it take the body to cool from 100 to 50 degrees Celsius? So, temperature at time t is equal to 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, so ang gagamitin ulit natin is etong equation na to. Yan. Okay? So, gamitin muna natin itong mga to since kompleto ang given. So, after 40 minutes, 100 degrees Celsius siya. Temperature ng medium natin is 0. Initial temperature is 200. And hahanapin natin yung K. Ito is after 40 minutes. So, K is equal to 0.0173286791. So, meron na tayong K. Okay? So, next, pwede na nating masolve to. Time after temperature at time T. So, 50 degrees Celsius daw siya. So, 0 yung surrounding air. 200 nagsimula. E raised to negative 0.0173286791. Okay? Times T minus E0. Okay? So, pag hinanap natin yung time T, so T is equal to 80 minutes. So, saktong 80 minutes. Okay? So, kaya lang, tama ba na 80 minutes yung sasagot natin? Kasi, ang tanong dito, how many more minutes will it take the body to cool from 100 to 50 degrees Celsius? So, kung lalagyan natin ng temp versus time na timeline, so initially 200 degrees Celsius siya at 0 times 0. So, after 40 minutes, so, naging 100 na lang siya. At hinahanap after 50. So, ilang minutes? So, mula time 0, 80 minutes, 80 minutes ang kinailangan para from 200 maging 50 siya. Pero ang tanong sa atin, from 100 to 50. Ibig sabihin, etong time na to yung kinakailangan natin. So, kaya, ang sagot sa atin ay T is equal to 80 minus 40 is equal to 40 minutes. So, yan yung sagot na kailangan natin. Okay? So, then next, what will be the temperature after another 20 minutes? So, isa pang 20 minutes. So, mag-add tayo ng 20 minutes. So, ito ay 100 minutes na. Okay? So, to solve that, hinahanap tong temp na to. So, temp after 100 minutes is equal to hinahanap. So, T is equal to 0 plus 200 minus 0 e raised to negative 0.0173286791 100 minus 0. So, ano kaya magiging sagot natin dito? So, the answer is 35.35533,907 degrees Celsius. So, double check ko lang. Okay, so tama. So ito yung answer. So, pag binalikan natin dito, gawa na lang ng bago. Temp time. So again, at time 0, 200 degrees Celsius. At time 40, 100 degrees Celsius. At time 80, so 50 na lang. Wala, 50 degrees Celsius. And then at time 100, 35.35533907 degrees Celsius siya. Ito yung final answer natin. Okay. So next, chemical solutions problem. So chemical solutions problem, solution in which some substance is varying because of certain physical or chemical actions are usually analyzed in accordance with the following relation. So rate of change of substance in a volume is equal to rate of entrance over rate of exit. So etong tawag dito, etong relationship na to in equation form, rate of change of the amount of substance per unit time is equal to rate of entrance. Pag sinabi natin rate of entrance, flow in rate times the concentration minus flow out rate over concentration. And when we say concentration, it is amount per unit volume. Okay? Or amount per volume. Okay, so dito sa chemical solutions problem, so ang assumption natin dito, uniformly mix lagi yung solution natin. Okay? So, try natin to. A tank contains 50 gallons of water. So, brine containing 2 pounds per gallon of salt flows into the tank at a rate of 2 gallons per minute. And then the mixture, kept uniform by stirring, runs out at the same rate. How long will it take before the quantity of salt in the tank is 50 pounds? Okay. So, initially, meron tayong 50 gallons of water. Okay? So, pure water yan. And then, may pumapasok daw dyan na 2 gallons per minute. Okay? So, sorry. So, ito yon 2 gallons per minute. Okay? And, etong pumapasok na to is brine solution which contains 2 pounds per gallon. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung rate of entrance niya and then ang concentration nito is 2 pounds per gallon. Okay? So again, this is brine solution. So yan yung napasok. So sabi sa problem, kept uniform stirring para uniform yung mixture natin and then runs out at the same rate. Okay? So ibig sabihin may lumalabas dito na 2 gallons per minute. So pero ang tanong, so since pagka may pumasok dito na 2 gallons per minute, hinalo natin, ang lalabas ba dito ay 2 pounds per gallon din ng salt? So, hindi. Kasi, matutunaw yung salt dito. So, alam nga naman na pag naghalo tayo dito ng 2 pounds per gallon na salt, automatic lalabas na 2 pounds per gallon of salt ulit, hindi na matutunaw, no? So, hindi ganon. Okay? So, paano natin malalaman yung concentration of nalabas? Kasi based dito sa equation na gagamitin natin, flow in rate, so nakuha na natin yung kanina, 2 gallons per minute, ang concentration is 2 pounds per gallon, and then ang flow out rate natin is 2 gallons per minute din. Pero yung concentration ng nalabas, paano natin malalaman? Okay? So, kailangan malaman natin yung concentration nitong tangke at any given instant. So, paano natin malalaman yon? So, sabi dito, di ba, concentration is amount per volume. So, ibig sabihin, pagka may pumasok dito na 2 pounds 2 pounds per gallon and 50 gallons yan, divided by 50 gallons. Okay? So, 2 pounds of salt tapos 50 gallons yan. So, isang minuto. And then may papasok ulit yan, 2 pounds ulit, 50 gallons ulit. No? So, hindi naman kasi mababago yung, tawag dito, yung amount nitong, yung volume nitong tangke. Kaya lang, etong nalabas sa atin, hindi yan 2 pounds per 50 gallons yung nalabas. Hindi. Kasi nga, natutunaw yung salt. So, paano natin malalaman yung concentration at any given instant? So, it is equal to the amount of the salt at any given instant over 50. So, concentration. Amount over concentration. So, 50. Kasi yung, ano natin, yung, tag dito, volume ng tank. So, ito ngayon yung concentration ng nag-e-exit na brine solution. Okay? So, pagka pinlog in natin to, so dA over dt is equal to rate of flow in 2 gallons per minute times, so dito yan times concentration, 2 pounds per gallon minus, so flow out rate tsaka concentration, so ito yon 2 gals per minute times A over 50. Okay? So, may makakancel tayo dyan. So, ito, gals din naman to, unit nito. Pounds per gal. So, dA over dt. So, i-drop out muna natin yung mga units para hindi tayo malito. Okay? So, next, we will simplify itong equation na to. So, dA over dt equals, so, 2 times 2, 4. Oops, lampas pala. So, dA over dt is equal to 4 minus 2A over 50. So, magiging A over 25 na lang to. Okay? And then, pwede natin tong i-transform into dA over dt plus A over 25 is equal to 4. So, bakit ko ginawa yan? Kasi, as you can see, this equation is already a differential linear equation. So, ito, dA over dt, 1 ang coefficient. Ito, A over 25. And then to is Q of X. Okay? So, in this case, si A natin will act as Y. And si T will act as X. So, kaya, pag hinanap, so since ito ay linear, pwede nating hanapin yung integrating factor niyan. E raised to, so, PX dx. Okay? So, anong kasama lahat ni A? Kasama lahat ni A is 1 over 25. So, sa halip na dx, tsaka px, PA. Okay? Hindi pala A. PT, dt. Okay? Kasi T itong ginagamit natin. So, dt. So, ang integrating factor natin is T over 25. Okay? And solving for, so sa halip na yp is equal to integral ng q of x p dx. So, isusulat natin siya ngayon as AP is equal to the integral of q of t p dt. Okay? So, A, ang integrating factor natin is t over 25. Sorry, hindi pala. E raised to t over 25 is equal to ang qt natin is 4. E raised to 2 t over 25 dt. Okay? And then, we will just integrate the right side. Okay? So, paano mag-integrate? So, u is equal to t over 25. du is equal to 1 over 25 dt. So, wala naman tayong 1 over 25 doon. So, kaya magiging 25 du is equal to dt. So, AE raised to t over 25 is equal to 4 times the integral of e raised to u 25 e raised to u du. Okay? So, and integrating this part, so magkakaroon tayo ng, so A e raised to t over 25 is equal to 4 times 25 EU plus C. And then, balik na lang natin si U. So, ito yung magiging 100 e raised to t over 25 plus C. Okay? So, ano bang pinapanap sa atin? How long will it take? So, time before the quantity of the salt in the tank is 50 pounds. So, initially kasi, etong 50 gallons of water, wala yung laman na salt. So, ngayon, dahil nag-a-add tayo ng 2 pounds per gallon of salt, pero nagra-run out din yun at the same rate na itong 2 gallons per minute. So, kailan kaya ito magiging 50 pounds? Okay? So, we need to solve for C. No? First, we need to solve for that. So, paano gagawin natin doon? So, A kasi, what does A mean? A means amount. So, A is amount and T is time. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, at time 0, so at time 0, ang amount ng salt natin, so amount of salt, baguhin ko to, amount of salt. So, ang amount ng salt natin is 0. So, pwede nating i-substitute to dito. So, 0 e raised to 0 over 25 is equal to 100 e raised to 0 over 25 plus C. Okay? So, pag sinolve natin to, C is equal to negative 100. So, pag binalik natin yan, minus 100 na to. Okay? So, meron na tayo ngayong equation to solve for, tawag dito, to solve for T. Pero, iwan na lang natin si A dito. So, ano mangyayari? Ito, ita-transpose ko. Kaya, A is equal to 100 e raised to t over 25 over e raised to t over 25 minus 100 over e raised to t over 25. So, ito, pwede natin itong i-cancel. Okay? So, in the next slide, A is equal to, so ilagay ko na lang A of t. Ibig sabihin nito, amount at time 0. So, hindi yan nakamultiply. So, 100 minus 100 over e raised to t over 25. Okay? So, for our problem, so sabi, balikan natin, how long will it take before, so time ang tinatanong, quantity of the salt in the tank is 55. So, ibig sabihin, hinahanap dito is so 50 at time ganito. So, gano'ng katagal? Okay? So, gano'ng katagal itong 50 pounds? So, palitan natin, 50 is equal to 100 minus, again, hindi ito multiplier ha, itong t, ba malito kayo. So, 100 over e raised to t over 25. And then, solving for t na lang. So, using your calculator, the answer is 17.32867951 minutes. So, ibig sabihin yan, after 17.32 minutes, yung tank natin will contain 50 pounds of salt. Okay? Next, consider a tank that initially contains 100 gallons of a solution in which 50 pounds of salts are dissolved. Okay? So dito, yung galon, yung tangke natin or yung tank natin is 100 gallons and 50% 50 pounds of salt na yung na-dissolve sa kanya. Suppose that 3 gallons of brine, each gallons containing 2 pounds of salts run into tank each minute. So, ibig sabihin, 3 gallons per minute yung napasok. Tapos, ang concentration nito is 2 pounds per gallon. Okay? So, yan yung napasok. So, next naman, so, and the mixture is kept uniform by stirring, runs out at a rate of 2 gallons per minute. So 2 gallons per minute naman nagra-run out. So yung concentration nito hindi natin pa alam at any instant. So mamaya lang natin alamin. So find the amount of salt in the tank at time t. So ang hinahanap sa atin is what is the amount of salt at any time or at any instant. So paano natin isosolve to? Okay, first, so meron tayong tangke. So it contains 100 gallons and 50 pounds nun is salt. Okay? So may pumapasok dyan na 3 gallons per minute na ang concentration ay 2 pounds per gallon. Pero may lumalabas dyan na 2 gallons per minute. So hindi pantay. So ano kaya yung concentration nito? So hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na A over 100 lang. Bakit? Kasi nga again, hindi pantay yung pumapasok at lumalabas. Ibig sabihin, kunwari, so kasi dito, ang lumalabas nito, so hindi naman sinabi sa problem na 100 gallons talaga tong tangke. So it can be more than 100 gallons, no? So wag nating i-assume dito sa problem na 100 gallons tong capacity ng tank. It may be 5,500 gallons. So pero hindi sinabi sa problem. So wag niyong isipin na aapaw to dahil 3 gallons yung napasok, 2 gallons lang yung nalabas. So wag nating assume na ganun kasi again, hindi sinabi sa problem na yung tangke, ang capacity niya is 100. So ang sinabi sa problem, may tangke na ang laman niya 100 gallons. Pero hindi sinabi na yung tangke 100 gallons yung kapasidad. Okay? So, balik tayo dito sa problem na to. So, sabi, 3 gallons yung napasok, 2 gallons naman yung nalabas. Ibig sabihin, after 1 minute, may 1 gallon na madadagdag. And then another 1 minute, another gallon. Then another gallon every 1 minute. So, etong gallon na to, may concentration siya dito ng salt na hindi natin kayang tanggalin kasabay, no? So, kaya ngayon, so paano gagawin natin? Ang concentration niya is, again, amount over volume. So, this is amount of salt over, ito naman, volume of fluid inside. So, ibig sabihin, kung 100 ang volume niya at 0 minute, after 1 minute, magiging 101 na. After another minute, 102. After another minute, 103. After another minute, 104. So, paano natin to i-represent in equation form? So, very simple. So, 100 plus T. Bakit plus T? Kasi, kung titingnan natin, 3 GPM minus 2 GPM is equal to 1 GPM. So, ibig sabihin, yung volume na nadadagdag per 1 minute, no, per time t, is 1 lang. Okay? Kaya 1t. So, kung ang problem natin, let's say, kunwari ang problem natin, 1 gallon per minute yung nalabas. So, ito 2 gallons per minute. So, ang ilalagay natin dito, 100 plus 2t na. Kasi 2 gallons per minute na yung nadadagdag. Okay? But again, for this problem, balik tayo sa 2 GPM. So, ito ay 1 gallon per 1 minute. So, kaya at time t, per 1 minute na madagdag, dun sa 100 gallons, may 1 gallon ka madadagdag. Okay? So, yan yun. So, we can set up the equation now. So, dA over dt is equal to 3 gallons yung napasok, rate in flow. Ang concentration niya is 2 pounds per gallon. Minus 2 gallons yung nalabas. Ang concentration naman niya is A over 100 plus T. Okay? So, isimplify na lang natin. dA over dt is equal to 6 minus 2a over 100 plus t. Okay? And then we can transpose itong 2a na to para maging linear na yung equation natin. Okay? So, since linear siya, ang integrating factor natin is lahat ng kasama ni a dito sa part na to. So, which is e raised to 2 over 100 plus t dt. Okay? So, let u is equal to 100 plus t, du is equal to dt. So, therefore, 2 du over u. So, magiging 2 ln of u. So, e raised to 2 ln of u. And then, pwede natin gawin itong ln of u squared. Tapos, ang u natin is 100 plus t. Okay, 100 plus t squared. Yan. Since may e raised to ln tayo, pwede nating ibaba yun. Magiging 100 plus t quantity squared na lang ang ating integrating factor. So, yan. So, solve natin. A, P is equal to integral ng Q of X, P dt. So, Q of T pala to. So, A, ang P natin is 100 plus T squared is equal to integral na, ang Q of T natin is 6. 6 times 100 plus T squared dt. Okay? So, to solve for this, we have to let u is equal to 100 plus t, du is equal to dt. So, a 100 plus t squared is equal to 6 times u squared du. So, integrate natin to. We will have u cubed over 3 plus c. And then, simplify na lang natin. Magiging 2 u cubed plus c, in which ito ay magiging, ang u ibalik natin, magiging 2, 100 plus t cube plus c. So, ang next niyan, ihanapin natin si c. So, pag binalikan natin sa problem, sabi, so, consider a tank initially contains 100 gallons of a solid in which 50 pounds of salt. Ibig sabihin, at time 0, okay, at time 0, meron na agad tayong amount ng salt na 50 pounds. So, pwede nating i-substitute tong T tsaka A dito sa ating dito, equation na to. So, kaya magiging 50 times 100 plus 0 squared is equal to 2 times 100 plus 0 cube plus C. So, 50 times 100 squared is equal to 2 times 100 cube plus C. So, pag hinanap natin si C, ang makuha natin sagot is negative 1,500,000. So, isubstitute natin pabalik sa equation. So, ang C natin ay negative 1.5 million. Yan. So, ang tanong sa atin, find the amount of salt in the tank at any time t. Ibig sabihin, equation lang yung hinahanap sa atin. So, ito yung amount ng salt, A of t is equal to, so ito i-transpose lang natin, 2 over 100 plus t cube over 100 plus t quantity squared is equal minus 1.5 million over 100 plus t squared. Then, konting simplification na lang. Cancel to, cancel to. So, matitira na lang ay ito. So, ang final answer is 2 times 100 plus t minus 1.5 million over 100 plus t squared. So, ito yung final answer. So, next type is rectilinear motion. So, pag sinabi nating rectilinear motion, so, diretso siya either vertical or horizontal. But for this problem, mostly vertical yung isosolve natin. So, Newton's second law of motion state that the rate of change of momentum of a particle is proportional to the resultant force acting on it and assumes the same direction as the force. So, symbolically, this law may represent as d over d of mb over dt is equal to weight over the acceleration due to gravity times the derivative of velocity with respect to time, which is ito ay acceleration to, is equal to the proportionality constant times the force. Okay? So, in real world, pagka meron tayong object na falling, meron yang weight, no? And then, weight yung naghihila sa kanya tsaka yung gravity. Pero meron tayong air resistance. Meron tayong air na nagre-resist dyan. Okay? So, bali, ito na yung equation na gagamitin natin or pwede nating ma-derive yung equation dun sa problem. By the way, for simplicity, 32 feet per second na lang yung munang gamitin nating G, no? So, bali, G kasi is equal to 32.2 feet per second. Pero, again, for simplicity, 32 feet per second na lang yung, per second squared na lang yung gamitin natin. So, let's have this problem. A body falls from rest against a resistance that is proportional to the speed of at any instant. So if the terminal speed of the body is 128 feet per second, find its speed after 2 seconds. Okay? So the body falls from rest a resistance that is proportional to the speed at any instant. So in solving this problem, so ito yung general equation na gagamitin natin. Weight over gravity times yung derivative ng velocity with respect to time is equal to weight minus yung ating proportionality constant tapos velocity. Okay? So sabi sa problem, the body falls from rest against a resistance. So mula rest, so ang speed niya ay ang 0 proportional to the speed at any instant. Okay? So meron tayong tinatawag na terminal speed. So when we say terminal speed, ang acceleration, ang dv over dt kasi, derivative of, derivative of velocity with respect to time. Let's say velocity with respect to time. So pagka dinerive natin to, magiging meter per second squared yan. Which is, ito yung unit ng acceleration. Okay? So, pagbalik tayo, so ang acceleration niya, dv over dt is 0 when the terminal speed is reached. Yan. So, pagka dumating na siya ng terminal speed, wala na siyang acceleration. So, hindi na nag-accelerate yung object natin. So, pwede natin gamitin itong concept na to solve this problem. So, again, weight over G. So, dv over dt natin is 0 is equal to weight natin is di natin alam minus ang K natin, terminal speed is ito yon, sabi, proportional to the speed at any instant. So, 128 feet per second. Ay, hindi pala K. So, missing yung K natin given yung velocity. Yan. And solving for this, ito magiging 0 is equal to W minus 128K. So we need to find K. So 128K is equal to W. Therefore, K is equal to W over 128. Okay? So then, going back to this one, kailangan nating makuha yung speed niya. Okay? Acceleration niya at any instant. Okay? So, find the speed after 2 seconds. So, hanapin natin to. So, paano natin hanapin yon? So, dv dt. So, etong part na to, i-divide natin dito sa part na to. So, kaya magiging W times G over W minus G over W times K times V. But K is already W over 128. Okay? So, pwede tayo magkaroon ng cancellation dito. Yan. On the next page, simplify na lang natin. We will have dB over dt is equal to G minus GV over 128. Okay? Since alam natin yung G na 32, so acceleration due to gravity yan. So 32 na lang muna yung gamitin natin. So we can simplify this one. Magiging dV over dt is equal to 32 minus V. So 32 over 128 is 1/4. Yan. Okay? And then, para mas madali, pagsamahin natin ito. Or we can solve this linearly, or kung gusto nyo, pwede natin itong isolve ng separable. So, mas madali ang separable. So, ang gagawin ko lang, i-multiply ko to dito. Okay? So, 4 times 32 is 128 minus V over 4. And then, variable separable na to. So, dV, 4dV is equal, dV over 128 minus V is equal to dt over 4. And then we can solve this one. So, para dito sa una, U is equal to 128 minus V, du is equal to negative dV. Okay? Parang hindi tayo malito kasi V nga palang kinamit dito eh. Hindi, tama. U, T, okay. So, negative du is equal to negative dV. So, ganito na lang. Okay? So, pag sinubstitute natin yan, magiging integral ng negative du over u is equal to integral ng dt over 4. So, i-rewrite lang natin sa next page. So, gawin ko ng negative du over u is equal to integral ng dt over 4. Pag in-integrate natin yan, negative ln of u is equal to ln of 4 plus c. Okay? Hindi pala ln of 4. This is not ln of 4. This is 1/4 t plus c. Okay? Kaya may ln tayo dito na negative. So, pwede ko naman gawing itaas. Or, to simplify na lang, i-multiply ko lang yung negative 1 para hindi mag-negative yung ln, para hindi tayo mas mahirapan mamaya sa pagsosolve. And then, itong ln of u, palitan natin ng 128 minus u, minus v is equal to negative t over 4 plus c. Then, pwede natin lagyan, gamitan ng e. Itong both side para mas madali nating ma-cancel yung ln. Para mas flexible siya. So, ito yung magiging 128 minus v e raised to negative t over 4 plus c. So, next step natin dyan, hahanapin natin itong c. So, paano natin mahanap yon? So, again sa problem, a body falls from rest. So, ibig sabihin yan, at time 0, ang velocity natin is 0 din. So, pwede natin i-substitute yan dito sa equation natin na to. So, kaya 128 minus 0 is equal to e raised to negative 0 over 4 plus c. So, 128 is equal to so, ilan to? So, malilito pala, may nakalimutan pala akong step. So, nakalimutan kong pagsamahin to. Hindi ko pala to. Ito pala ay magiging e raised to c. Yan. And then, magiging c e raised to negative t raised to 4 na to. Yan. Okay. So, balik tayo dito. 128 minus 0 is equal to c e raised to negative 0 over 4. 128 is equal to c. Okay. So, may value na tayo. Dito ko lang isulat para medyo tipid. Is equal to c. So, going back to the original equation, papalitan na natin tong c ng 128 e raised to negative t over 4. So, and then, sa tanong sa atin, what is the speed after 2 seconds? So, v at 2 seconds is missing. So, 128 minus v is equal to 128 e raised to negative 2 over 4. So, therefore, i-rearrange lang natin, magiging v is equal to 128 minus 128 e raised to negative 2 over 4. And we will have 50.36407556 feet per second. Okay? So, after 2 seconds, ang speed na ng ating falling object is 50.36 feet per second. Okay, so next, similar problem, a body falls from rest if the resistance of the air is proportional to the speed and if the limiting speed is 160 per second, 160 feet per second, find the speed at the end of 5 seconds naman. So at the end of 5 seconds. So ganun ulit tayo. So W, oops. So, ano nangyari? Having some technical difficulties. Oops, ano yung nalabas na to? Bakit may suggestion box dito? Wait lang. What's happening? So, balik tayo dito. So, W over G dV over dt is equal to W minus kV. So, again, at terminal speed or yung limiting speed niya, so the acceleration is 0. Okay, when the limiting or the terminal speed has been reached. Has been reached. Yan. So, kaya W over G, substitute natin si dV over dt, maging 0. W minus ang K natin is yung hinahanap. Ang V natin is 160 feet per second. So, therefore, we will have 0 is equal to W minus 160K. 160K is equal to W. Therefore, K is equal to W over 160. Okay? So, next, when we substitute that dV over dt, so magiging W times GW. Again, dito yan. Ito, i-divide natin to dito. Minus, ang K natin is 16 W over 160 times ang velocity natin is missing times yung pag dinivide pa natin itong W over G, which will be G over W. So, cancel, 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 cancel. So, simplifying that, we have dV over dt is equal to G minus GV over 160. And again, G is equal to, ang ginamit natin is 32 for simplicity over 160. So, pwede natin ito i-simplify. We will have dV over dt is equal to 32 minus V over 5. And then, pagsamahin lang natin to magiging dV over dt is equal to 32 times 5, 160 minus V over 5. So, this is already separable. So, magiging dV over 160 minus V is equal to dt over 5. So, integrate natin. Let U is 160 minus V. Du is equal to negative dV. So, negative du is equal to dV. So, kaya magkakaroon tayo ng negative du over u is equal to integral ng dt minus 5. So, ang gawin natin, ilipat na natin yung negative, no? So, kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng problem. Ito kasi, alam natin magiging ln na to eh. So, para hindi tayo mahirapan mamaya. So, integrate natin to. Magiging ln of u is equal to negative t over 5 plus c. And then, ito ay magiging ln of, ang u natin is 160 minus v is equal to negative t over 5 plus c. Tapos gagawin natin, gagamitan ulit natin ng Euler. Yan. So, pag ginamitan natin ng Euler, so ito yung magiging 160 minus v is equal to c e raised to negative t over 5. Yan. So, ito na yung ating partial equation. Kailangan lang natin hanapin itong c. So, sabi, balls from rest ulit. So, ibig sabihin, at time 0, ang velocity nito is 0. So, substitute natin yan dyan para mahanap yung C. So, dito mahanap natin ay C is equal to 160. So, substitute natin pabalik. Yan. Then, gawin muna nating equation with respect to B. So, 160 minus 160 e raised to negative t over 5. So, yan na yung equation natin. Then, ang tanong sa atin, find the speed at the end of 5 seconds. So, ibig sabihin, ang hinahanap is V at time 5. So, yan yung missing. So, V is equal to 160 minus 160 e raised to negative 5 over 5. Therefore, velocity is equal to, for computing for this, we will have 101.13928 94125 feet per second. Okay? So, yan yung ating velocity at the end of uh, 5 seconds. Okay? So, next is electric circuit. So, I think ito na yung last tawag dito, last application na i-discuss natin. So, una, meron tayong exponential growth and decay. Next, we have temperature problem. Then, we have, tawag dito, chemical solution. And then, itong rectilinear. And lastly, we will have electrical circuit. Okay? So, we shall consider circuit containing a resistance and an inductance in a series with a source of electromotive force. So, yun yung unang consideration. So kailangan yung circuit natin must contain resistance and an inductance, tapos dapat naka-series. Tapos may source siya ng electromotive force or may voltage source. So for a circuit of the preceding type of a differential equation for determining the current I at time t. So ito yung gagamitin natin. And this one is pwede siya maging linear, no? So kailangan lang natin i-divide sa L, magiging linear na yung equation natin. So with respect to t, yung pagdi-derive natin. And then, ang pinaka-y natin dito is I. So based dito sa ating integration. So L is inductance, R is resistance, E is the electromotive force or voltage, and I is current in amperes. So let's solve this problem. An inductance of L henries and a resistance of 10 ohms are connected in series with an electromotive force of 100 volts. So if the current is initially 0 and is equal to 9 amperes after 1 second, find L. So, kailangan muna nating isulat itong mga given na to, i-plug in natin sa equation. So, but first, so ito kasing initial equation natin is not yet linear. So, i-divide natin itong buong to sa L para maging linear. So, kaya ito yung maging di over dt plus ri over L is equal to E over L. Okay? And then, with that, linear na yan, substitute natin na yung mga given. So, plus, so sabi, ang resistance natin is 10 ohms. Ang inductance natin is nawawala. At ang L natin, L Henry. So, naka-L pa din siya. Is equal to 100 naman ang ating voltage over L. So, itong L na to, this is not variable. No, this is a constant. Again, L is a constant. So, kunin natin yung integrating factor. So, we will have E raised to lahat ng kasama ni I. So, for this equation. So, 10 over L, then dt. Okay? So, ibig sabihin ang L natin is constant. So, kaya E raised to 10t over L. So, yan yung ating integrating factor. So, to solve for that, sa halip na y, p is equal to integral ng q of x, p dx. Ang y natin dito is I. Ang q natin dito x. So, this is t. Yan. So, ito ang gagamitin natin. So, kaya ito yung magiging I. Ang e natin, ang p natin is e raised to 10t over L is equal to 100 over L times e raised to 10t over L dt. Okay? So, para ma-solve yung right side ng ating equation, let u is equal to 10t over L du is equal to 10L dt. Okay? So, kaya lang wala tayong 10L dt, dl over 10 du is equal to dt. So, palitan natin, I e raised to 10t over L is equal to integral. So, pwede nating ilabas yung 100 over L kasi nga siya ay constant. And then, e raised to u ang dt natin is magiging L over 10 dt. Du. So, kaya pag sinimplify natin to, we will have 100 over L times L over 10 integral ng EU du. So, I e raised to 10t over L is equal to 10. 10 na lang kasi cancel to, magiging 10 na lang to. And then, ang integral nito is EU pa din, plus C. So, ibabalik natin yung U, which is 10t over L pa din. Then, we need to find C. So, kailangan mahanap natin itong C. So, sabi sa problem, if the current is initially 0 and is equal to 9 amperes after 1 second, find L. Okay? So, sabi, at time 0, ang current natin is 0. So, with that, pwede nating substitute dito. So, kaya, makukuha natin dito, we will have so 0 is equal to 10 plus C. Therefore, C is equal to negative 10. Okay? So, pagka log in natin pabalik sa equation, yan, 10 e raised to 10t over L minus 10. Yan. So, pwede na nating masolve. Ito na yung equation natin for this problem. Isosolve na lang natin itong hinanap. Current is 9 amperes after 1 second. So, ibig sabihin, at time 1, so I at time 1 is equal to 9 amperes. So, kaya, solve natin yung L. So, ano bang pinapahanap? Find L. So, yung inductance, 9 e raised to 10 times 1 over L is equal to 10 e raised to 10 times 1 over L minus 10. So, ito ay magiging 9 e raised to 10 over L is equal to 10 e raised to 10 over L minus 10. So, pwede nating i-transpose tong 10 dito, kabilang side, 10 e raised to 10, 10 e raised to 10 over L minus, transpose naman natin to, 9 e raised to 10 over L. Yan. So, matitira dito, 10 is equal to e raised to 10 over L. So, pwede natin gamitan ng ln of 10 is equal to ln of e raised to 10 over L. So, we will have ln of 10 is equal to 10 over L. Therefore, L is equal to 10 over ln of 10. Yan. Lagyan natin ng ganito. Therefore, L is equal to, solve natin, 10 over ln of 10. So, the answer is 4.342944819. Ang unit yan is Henry. So, ito na yung answers doon sa ating problem. So, last. An inductance of 1 Henry and a resistance of 2 ohms are connected in series with an EMF of 100 e raised to negative t volts. If the current is initially 0, what is the current attained after 3 seconds? Okay. So, ang ating equation dyan, so gamitin na natin yung derived equation natin, di over dt plus ri over L is equal to E over L. Okay? Sabi sa problem, Sabi sa problem, ang resistance daw natin, meron ba tayo? Is 2 ohms. While yung inductance natin is 1 Henry. So 2I over 1 is equal to, ang E natin is 100 E raised to negative T over 1. Okay? So yan. So simplify na lang natin, di over dt plus 2I is equal to 100 E raised to negative T. So ito ay linear na to. So hanapin natin ang integrating factor. So integrating factor P is equal to E raised to integral of lahat ng kasama ni I, which is 2 dt. So E raised to 2t. So yan. So and then substitute natin dito. IP is equal to integral ng Q sub T P dt. So I E raised to 2t is equal to, ang Q sub T natin is 100 E raised to negative T times E raised to 2t dt. So pwede natin itong i-simplify. So E raised to negative T times E raised to 2t. So ang answer dyan is E raised to T na lang. dt. And then we can integrate that. So pag in-integrate natin to, so ang integral nitong 100 e raised to t is 100 e raised to t pa din. Plus c na lang. So and then sabi sa problem, if the current is initially 0, ibig sabihin, at time t, ang current natin is 0. So gamitin natin to. At time 0, the current is 0. So makukuha natin, C is equal to 100. Negative 100 pala. So pag binalik natin sa equation, palitan natin yung C ng negative 100. And then, sabi sa problem, what is the current after 3 seconds? So current at 3 seconds, ito yung hinahanap. So I E raised to 2 times 3 is equal to 100 E raised to 3 minus 100. So, ginanap natin yung I. So, ano makukuha nating sagot? So, the answer is 4.730831619. Unit nito is amperes. So, that is the end of applications of first order differential equation. So, next topic is Laplace and inverse transform.